Hey, Unfiltered people. I'm Kiki from the Kiki Experience, and we're here live today in Chelsea Market. I'm here with the phenomenal singer-songwriter Reese, native Philadelphian, coming to New York to visit us because she's doing a performance at SOB's on March the 25th. So we want to just enlighten our Unfiltered people. What have you been up to since your last album, How I Do?
Well, I've been doing a lot, writing a lot of songs. I sang background for Gnarls Barkley for their Saint Elsewhere album, and we traveled around the world, and that was a crazy, great experience that I wasn't sure that I wanted to do at first, but then once I did it, it ended up being like one of the best tours I've ever done.
Wow.
CeeLo's great. He's a great artist and just person to be around, so that was cool. And I went back to LA. I did a residency at the Mint nightclub, and I did once a month, and just me and my band, and just having a good time. And then I started a group called Idol Worship with Tyler Qualley.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work together in the past, and we just decided to come together and do something that is different. So like, instead of what you see or what you hear when I'm on a Qualley song, it's not that, and more, and just it's not like any re-songs. It's it's its own entity. And then
so that would kind of actually, since you've been doing so much stuff, that kind of would bring us up to speed with your new album, Black Girls Rock, which is more rock oriented.
Well, it's more alternative, and more singer-songwriting. It's not as super R&B. There's one song on there called For Who You Are that is very like Motown vibe. Like Wawa Watson is playing on it, Ray Parker Jr., James Gadsden, who played the drums for Bill Withers, Freddie Washington, who's done a lot of bass stuff for the Temptations, and Jim Gilstrap. He's one of the background singers from Wonder Love with Stevie Wonder. So all those guys, I met them out in LA, and I had the song, and I wrote it, and we went in and produced it, and we just played it, and it sounds great, and I love it. And that's the most like straight ahead R&B Motown sounding song, because I love Motown.
Well, I'm just kind of wondering, with your level of success in the music industry, how do you find the balance between being the artist, between being the producer, between being the background vocalist? Because I thought you were just completely doing your solo work now.
Yeah, well, I always just do my solo work, but I was in a situation where I just left my label, which was Geffen at the time. I couldn't get them to put out my record, so I was just like, you know what? I don't want to be in a place where they're just gonna have me signed and not release my music. So at the end of the day, you realize when you're not doing what you love to do, it shows, and you're just like, I really want to sing, and I love to sing no matter what. This opportunity came up to sing backgrounds for Gnarls Barkley. I know CeeLo, and I love his music, with the Goody Mob. But then when I heard this new set of music, it was completely different. It was fresh. It caught my ear. They said, it's only going to be like a 2-week thing, and 2 weeks turned into a year and a half.
Wow.
So amazing. And we just kept going to great and amazing places. I mean, Switzerland, all throughout Europe, New Zealand.
So that's part of the reason why we hadn't seen you for a while.
Yeah, like you saw me on stage, but I was definitely in costumes, and with Gnarls Barkley, we dressed up like everything you could imagine, from waiters and waitresses to mad scientists to, I was Beyonce, like in what's that movie?
All about
I was like, I was like, Foxy,
get it, girl.
So it was kind of crazy. It was fun, and but it also was great because I got to write a lot of songs while I was on the road. That's why, and so I have a lot of music coming out. So
now let's bring people up to speed. Where can we find you? Where can we hear more music? Where can we see if you have any more show dates or tours?
Well, there's always MySpace, and I have a MySpace account, which is myspace.com/res. But I also have a website, which is www.theonereese.com, which is THE1RES.com. And there it's a blog/website. So I post different things about what I'm doing and where I'm at, and post little videos of the shows that I've been doing. And I also, I feature different artists, like, painters that I love. if I go to an art exhibit and I love it, I want to tell people that's where you're going to find anything that I want you to know about me. As well as you can download Black Girls Rock for free on there. Then you can also download my Idol Worship mixtape. You can also click on merchandise and support and buy an autographed poster, and then you'll get a CD for free.
Oh,
we have all these
wow.
different things on there. So it's the one place that, it's like Reese Central.
Okay.
That's where you want to go to find.
Can you let our people know again, just in case they didn't get it the first time?
It's theonereese.com. So it's THE1RES.com. And that's where I'm at. You
So
leave comments and we can go back and forth.
That's great. I just have one last question.
Okay.
For our unfiltered people, young, old, in between, whatever, what kind of advice would you give to a musician, songwriter, or anyone that's aspiring to have a career in the entertainment business?
Whatever you do, listen to that inner voice that tells you you can do it, the inner voice that tells you, that told you that you should be doing the art that you're doing, and don't let anybody stop you. I mean, whether or not people like it or not is not the point. It's more of how you feel, and if you like it, there's guaranteed there's at least 1 million people out there that like it too. You just don't know them yet.
Right.
But just know, just keep on the path.
Right, keep moving forward. You heard it straight from Reese, y'all. I'm Kiki of the Kiki Experience. Check out the show March the 25th at SOB's 8 p.m. Y'all, don't be late. Get your ticket. And check out this fabulous woman here. She's going to rock you. All right, y'all, we're out. Peace.